Mama's cocktail hour, so pour it up. Pour it up.
What's up, guys? It's your girl, Zeta Lisa. Welcome to Mama's Cocktail Hour. Come on in. Get your cannabis, get your coffee, get your vino, whatever your poison is, and get your butt in here. We are going to continue to speak Sudiksha Konanki's name. For all the haters, you can just drop a comment. Listen, I made a vow to do so, and I'm going to continue to do so, okay? Today, we are going to talk about 2 updates in the case, okay? There has been an interview from the Loudoun County Sheriff, Mike Chapman. If you guys don't know who that was, remember, Loudoun County is where Sudiksha is from. And when she went missing, her father went to where he lives, the sheriff's office there, and they actually made their way over to the Dominican Republic, okay? We actually had an interview that he did talking about the Sudiksha case. We're going to go into it. We are also going to go into the Puerto Rico theory. I'm going to let you know what my thoughts on the Puerto Rico theory is, what we found on the Puerto Rico theory, and for everybody who don't know, what the hell is the Puerto Rico theory, okay? So let's jump into it. If you have not liked the video, what are you waiting for? I'm going to give you all the information. I'm going to make sure it's not cap. I'm going to make sure it's real, okay? So let's dive into it. Sudiksha has not been found. For everybody who has a comment about she drowned, right? I'm going to continue to dispute with you guys in the comments because we have no confirmation she drowned. Just like we have no confirmation that she's alive. We have no there was no body. So until we have actual proof, we are going to continue to speak about her. Okay? So let's jump into what I feel like is one of the pivotal updates in this case thus far. It has been quiet. I have heard so many theories. We're going to speak on that. But what I want to discuss and what I want to start with is the facts, okay? This is coming from the Loudoun County Sheriff, Mike Chapman. He's doing an interview. We're going to play that interview right now. And we're going to hear in his own words, what information did he see? What information didn't he see? What does he believe happened? What are his thoughts? Okay. And this is coming from a sheriff who went down there and investigated and was down there with the FBI, with the Dominican Republic police. And we're going to hear his words right now. So let's get into it. Without further ado, make sure you hit that like, okay? And subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so.
Well, we don't know. I mean, the thing is, it's never been confirmed that she drowned.
Hold on. Let's just go back.
Well, we don't.
Hold on, guys. I want to make sure you heard it. So he's being interviewed by somebody. So let's start it.
I mean, the thing is, it's never been confirmed that she drowned. It's highly suspected that she did, but we don't really know. That's why, you know, from the very beginning of this, we wanted to make sure that we did everything in our power to try to get to the bottom of it. And there's still some information out there that we don't have yet. And until we get that and feel comfortable with that time, we can't really make that determination anyway. That's something that's got to be done by the Dominican authorities. But I think it's important that we don't.
I'm just going to pause it right there because for whatever reason, I can't get the first question. The first question is, do you believe she drowned? And this is what he's answering.
That we do everything in our power to make sure that we follow this thing all the way to the end.
Following it to the end, what does that mean? What more are you needing right now?
Well, there's some, as you know, we sent detectives down there. We were very busy with our detectives. We were getting information kind of third hand that was coming in, and it wasn't all that consistent. So I decided at that point, since she was a resident of Loudoun County, to send our own people down there to get it firsthand, talk with the Dominican authorities, talk with the people involved, see if we could get interviews with any of the witnesses, and do that in addition to what's going on with with the FBI being involved in this, and HSI and the Dominican authorities.
It doesn't sound like that's
okay. So, guys, we're going to break it down. Because I have time today. Okay, guys, I have time today. Get your cannabis, get your coffee. We're going to do this. We're going to do this real breakdown together. You mean to tell me you have HSI, you have FBI, you have Loudoun County, and you have the Dominican authorities, and you guys still know nothing? My questions that have been a lot of your questions is what we need to continue to ask. So please share this video. Please share it. It's important. Was there a toxicology test done on Joshua Riibe? Was his phone checked for any suspicious wires, money, anything? This man still does not have, and it's going to explain about those things. Okay?
Comment. Have you ever done that before? Or you guys involved in office in an international investigation that way?
Well, actually, I'm retired from the Drug Enforcement Administration. I served overseas in 3 different occasions. I served in Pakistan, I served in Korea, and I served in the Republic of Korea, and I served...
So he's letting you know he's coming fully equipped. He's ready. He served in Korea. He served in all these places. He's letting you know.
In Bangkok, Thailand, so I'm very familiar with how operations work in a foreign environment and the restrictions that we have when we're working with foreign counterparts, and the difficulties that we have in getting full access to information, but it's not our country, so they have, certainly they have sovereignty in their own country, so we have to work with that.
Doing this interview today, why did you decide to do this interview? What is it that you really want people to know about what's going on?
Well, number one, because you asked, and I think the public deserves to have an update on what's going on here, and I wish I had more information to provide. We're still waiting for some information with regards to any phone data, any other technology data that might be available out there, and some other reports that may have been done down there that we still don't have access to. All we know is what we get garnered from when we sent our people down there and them talking with the witnesses, with Dominican authorities, with the FBI, but there's still some things that are kind of outstanding that we haven't completed yet, and we'd like to complete before we actually.
There are some things that are still outstanding that we want to complete that we haven't completed yet. What is that? This is guys, this is why I say, being a mom, right? Because I'm a mom. I can read through bullshit. This is all bullshit to me. I'm sorry. Drop me in the comments if you know what I'm talking about, okay? He is just giving fluff. What are those things that needed to be completed that weren't completed? Toxicology test results? Interviews? This man is being vague.
Come to any kind of a conclusion, and I don't even know that we actually will be able to do that.
That was going to be my next question. I mean, do you think that the Dominican authorities are going to work with you all in getting answers to these questions?
That's a tough call. I mean, we don't have anybody stationed down there. I mean, we have to work through our counterparts down there. So we have to work with the embassy down there. We have to work with the people, the Americans that are signed to the embassy, whether it's HSI, FBI, DEA, whoever the case is down there. Because when this first happened, we reached out immediately to our counterparts down there to work with the Dominican authorities, and that's what we have to do. We don't really have any jurisdiction outside of Loudoun County. But we do want to get to the bottom of it because she's a Loudoun County resident. Her family lives here, and we want to make sure that we're not leaving any stone unturned.
So let's walk me through your understanding of what happened, who said what and when, how this all transpired.
So March 6th is when we were aware of it. The father had gone to our Dulles station to make a report. And it's my understanding that I guess they arrived, she and her friends arrived from the University of Pittsburgh down there on Monday and Tuesday. I guess they were settling in. Wednesday went out Wednesday night. Met with some people at the hotel bar, and then from there into the late night of Wednesday and into early Thursday morning, they went out to the beach. So there was a couple that went. There was Sudiksha and Joshua Riibe, and there was Sudiksha's one of her colleagues there, as well as a gentleman that went out. They left the beach earlier, so it left just Sudiksha and Joshua there on the beach very late at night. And we did have some video footage of them in the water.
Okay, that's what I wanted to drop here. So I had to stop it there. He said that he has video footage of Joshua Riibe and Sudiksha in the water. So if they have video footage of that, why hasn't that been dropped to the media? Well, maybe they're like, you know what, privacy. I know y'all gonna be like, but Zeta, that's okay. Whatever. I mean, we've seen videos of her going to the beach. Maybe they don't want to drop the videos of her in the beach because what if, like, I don't know, guys. Maybe this is me just thinking too much into it. Like, what if they were, like, naked? Didn't he say in, like, one of his stories that they were, like, no clothes on? I don't know, guys. Drop me in the comments because I feel like I'm starting to forget some of the specifics. But now I'm thinking, right? So that makes me think they have footage of her in the water. So if they have footage of her in the water, why don't they have footage of her leaving? Again, we're going back into the bullshit. We're going back into this is giving, I don't know, guys. This is giving weird now. I don't know. I just can't see why if they had footage of her in the water, they don't have footage of her leaving the water. Okay, guys, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going because I know my questions are ridiculous. Maybe they're not ridiculous though, guys. This is what I think we need to ask. We need to ask these type of questions.
And but other than that, we don't really have much more information. I mean, apparently. It was around 5 a.m., around that time frame, if I recall correctly, that this issue, the concern happened with regards to her, them being in rough water. And I know that he apparently stated that he got sick and had come to the, to lay down and had fallen asleep. Now, So what happened with her along at that particular time, we're still waiting we still want to try to determine. I mean, we know he said that he saw that she was struggling, helped her out, but aside from that, I don't really know what happened. And so there's a gap in time from, the early morning hours to when he woke up a couple hours later that we really don't know what happened. And, trying to get witnesses. And the problem is, too, it's a vacation spot, and you have people that are kind of in and out, and it's hard to figure out who was there at that time and what kind of witnesses you may have. And we've done everything that we could to try to do that, but it's, again, working in a foreign country when we don't have any legal authority is very, very difficult. So we have to work through the Dominican authorities.
What are some concerns that you have with the way that the investigation was handled?
Yes, girl.
The only concern I have is I just think there seemed to be early on a presumption that she had drowned, and I don't think that's fair to anybody to make that presumption, especially when you don't have all the facts. I think it's important that you have all the facts, and even then, even with all the facts,
Y'all heard that, right? To make the presumption that she drowned, we don't have all the facts. So for everybody saying she drowned, I'm just saying, guys, I'm just saying, look, y'all had me just mess that up now. And now I got to find the video. But how crazy is that? Okay. I got it. We're back.
It's difficult to make that call.
Well, how did that change things? How did that change the investigation if there was that early presumption?
Well, I think there was the early presumption of that, and I think that to me seems like for the Dominicans, because they have drownings are not infrequent down there, and what that does is it makes it easy for the foreign authorities to just say, okay, it was a drowning, let's move on. It's like, hey, wait a minute here, we don't know that. We're going to go that extra.
Facts. Okay. Let's bring it back. I know I'm going to keep running it back, but he said for them to be on some like, it's a drowning. He's like, whoa, we don't know that. And he's saying that the Dominican authorities are trying to cite it as a drowning. Why would they do that, guys? It is in the best interest of the Dominican Republic for it to be looked at as a drowning versus a kidnapping, a ex-trafficking, a unaliving, right? It would be in DR's best interest. So I'm going to give you my theory, but I'm really starting to think, based on everything, that DR is not really looking into this. I'm dead serious. Like, DR is not doing what they need to do to try to find this girl. And it is crazy to me. It is crazy. It is beyond crazy. And that's why we need to do what we do and continue to share this message and put this out there, because she is a brown girl. Okay? Let's be real. If she wasn't a brown girl, the things would be different. I'm sorry. I just have to state the obvious, okay? I really do feel that way, because think about it. She went into a resort with her friends. Her friends left and she didn't. And there is nobody out here speaking about this. Well, shout out to my people on TikTok. There's people still talking about it on TikTok. And of course, me here on YouTube and some other YouTubers too. So shout out to them. But other than that, nobody else. And shout out to this reporter for doing her thing. So let's continue.
She's a resident of Loudoun County, and we're just not going to take your word for it. We're going to send somebody down. We're going to do the best that we can to get the best information that we can, which is what we did. So I think that's the problem, is you don't want to just presume that, and you want to make sure that they're being watched. And I think the fact that this became a national story, that the fact that we sent our own people down there, it raised the profile of it. So they just couldn't wash it away. They actually had to do some work down there, and they knew that they were the Dominican authorities knew that they were under the microscope, not just by us, but by the national media, so I think that was important.
So it sounds like...
So we were holding them accountable. Okay, guys, so this is what we're going to do. I'm going to give you guys half of the video now, and I'm going to follow up with a part 2 to this. Let me know what you think of the interview thus far. It is about like 10 more minutes, so we'll drop another video shortly. I'll try to put them out back to back so that we can listen to the rest. I'm telling you guys, I am on the job. Sudiksha Konanki. We are going to talk. I know we said we were going to talk the Puerto Rico theory. Well, you know what? Before I leave, let's talk about the Puerto Rico theory, okay? I was trying to get my food on, but I want to talk about the Puerto Rico theory before we move on from that. I've been doing my research on the Puerto Rico theory, and what that is there is someone, I don't know who this someone is, who is saying that he saw Sudiksha Konanki, and there was a TikTok video. I'm still trying to locate the TikTok video, so come back to the second part of this video, and hopefully by then we can do the end of that interview, and we can do the TikTok video that I'm going to go search for. There is someone saying they saw Sudiksha Konanki drinking a pina colada in Puerto Rico. Now, the kid took a video of it. He swears up and down that it was her. He is afraid to come out, and that's the gist of what I got so far, okay? Do I believe it? When I was trying to find the video, some girl was talking about it on TikTok. She seemed very sincere. She seemed very, credible, but she said she was going to post the link. She didn't post the link, so that made me think, how truthful are you? But I am still on the hunt for it. Your girl is going to come back, but I wanted to give you the scope of it. Right now, guys, the Puerto Rico thing is just a theory. I'm going to continue to research it. I'm going to bring it back to you guys. Make sure to put on those notifications and like the video so you can see the part 2 of this video, which will be coming out shortly. All right, guys, it's your girl, Zeta Lisa. Love you guys, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.
Pull it up.